Hello everybody, welcome back to the Triangle Strategy walkthrough. Alright, so we just finished Chapter 8, Part 1, The Weather Vane, and we are moving on to Chapter 8, Part 2. I think it's like Sleep with One Eye Open.
Lord Silvio of Tellior offers the solitary House Wolffort an ally, and a place of protection for Roland. Serenoa accepts his offer, and Silvio puts his plan to ensnare his new allies into motion.
Indeed, sleep with one eye open.
No! Spare me! I beg you!
That's enough, Rufus.
You call these men soldiers, Silvio? They haven't got any spine.
You can take your frustrations out on House Wolffort. They accepted my gracious offer.
I would have preferred they hadn't. I hate dirty jobs. I expect double for this one.
And you shall have it. You will strike once the banquet is finished. Only Roland need live.
Alright, well, there's definitely going to be some double crossing going on here. And it looks like I have unlocked another character here, and that should have been, you know, going with those Liberty options in the previous exploration phase. So let's check who this is. A boy in strange garb comes to speak with Serenoa, claiming to be the grandson of the Archmage Grandante. Or Grandant. Alright.
Halt! This is the encampment of House Wolffort.
Splendid! For it's Lord Wolffort himself that I came to see. Lead me to him, my good man.
Big words from a shady-looking fellow in that ridiculous garb. Be gone at once.
Ridiculous. Why, I'll have you know that these robes are a treasured relic of...
Did I ask about your robes? I said, be gone.
Wait, I say! Who there? Lord Wolffort! Can you hear me?
What's all the commotion here?
This strange lad demands an audience with you, Lord Serenoa, and stubbornly refuses to leave.
The name's Narv. Grandson and last disciple of the Archmage Grandante, here to offer my services.
The Archmage Grandante? Forgive me, but in all my years of studying the arcane arts, I've never once heard that name.
You haven't? Oh, I see. I suppose you won't have.
Ah, I'm sorry if I offended you.
You needn't apologize, miss. Let's start over, shall we? Let me show you just what the final disciple of the Archmage Grandante can do.
Incredible.
Well, what do you think?
I've never seen anything quite like it. Were you born with magic like this? Or perhaps...
My illustrious grandfather, the Archmage Grandante, that is, taught me all I know. Please, let me join your army. I'm most certain my sorcery could avail you to no end.
Lord Serenoa, this boy possesses remarkable talent. I must admit, he would make a formidable addition to our forces.
Thank you, Jila. Narv, I welcome you to House Wolffort.
Thank you, my lord. My magic will change the world. Just you wait and see.
Alright, excellent. Narv has joined our forces. Narv's aptitude in battle. A versatile mage and master of the elements. Casts spells of every element. Change enemies' orientation with wind magic. That sounds kind of cool. I haven't been real impressed with, well, I guess, that's not fair. I think Frederica actually is pretty good. Let's take a look at Narv. All right, at least he starts at level 11, so that's good. Most of the characters have only been joining at 9 recently. Starts out with 4 total TP. Let's see here. Whirlwind, Sanctuary. Oh, he's got Sanctuary as well? Well, that's an amazing heal spell. That's the same one that Gila has. Let's see. Whirlwind. Deal wind type damage, or wind type magic damage to all enemies within range and change the direction they face. Yeah, I suppose that's kind of nice, right? You could set up a, like, swat, or change everybody's direction and then run up behind them and get free crits. I guess that's cool. Icy Breath, deal ice damage, or ice type magic damage to all enemies within range and freeze the ground. And then Spark, deal lightning type magic damage to an enemy and have a chance to paralyze them for 2 turns. Effect spreads on water. Ooh. Yeah, I like Paralyze. I'll have to think about that. The key is going to be to make quick puddles. So you could, I guess you could freeze the ground with him, light the ground, or like melt it with Frederica, and then charge it with Spark. That's really strong too. 94. Pierce, Defension, and Scorch. Yeah, he gets Frederica's spell later too. Yeah, interesting. Interesting for sure. Let's check his stats here. Okay, so obviously weak strength, really bad physical defense. That might be literally the worst of everybody. Yeah, that's terrible. Yeah, so you really got to keep him safe. Magic attack is 14. Let's compare him with Frederica. 17. She's got a magic ring though, so her base is actually only 16. Magic defense 15. That's pretty middle. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's actually really good actually. Accuracy, who really cares? You're probably not going to be meleeing with this guy. Speed 25. That seems fast. Nope, it's not. That is pretty slow actually. Not the slowest, but not good. I guess he's on par with Frederica as well. Evasion 11, and then pretty standard movement. Evasion 11. Yeah, that's actually pretty low. Really bad evasion too. So, Narv is very weak, as of right now anyway. Let's check the encampment. We'll take a look at his weapon upgrades and see if you can bump up some of his weaknesses. Yeah, and looks like I've got upgrades available. So that must have been the leather. So it's either upgrade Lionel or Frederica. I'll probably look into that in a little bit here. Okay, so he's got obviously your pretty standard potency increase. Increase weapon potency and deal greater damage and restore more HP. Increase max HP by 10. Don't really care about that. Increases fire damage dealt, which doesn't even really make sense because he doesn't have any fire spells right now. That's really dumb. That should have gone down here in his weapon rank too. Yeah, why would they? That makes no sense. Okay, well, whatever. Increases ice damage dealt. I mean, I guess as of right now, the only thing that would be relevant would be to increase his ice damage. And then he's got a physical defense boost. Yeah, I don't know. He seems really bad, honestly. No, I suppose it's he's got both healing and damaging type spells, so he's at least kind of versatile. But yeah, that's gonna be. I kind of feel like he's not going to be somebody that I'm going to be using much already. All right, let's leave here. I kind of want to keep going and do maybe another. Yeah, there's going to be another exploration phase coming up here pretty quick. Let's do this side story, which is the Wolfort Harbor. The bandits Travis and Trish discuss rumors of a hefty bounty on a certain someone's head.
I don't know what to expect now that Esfrost's taken over Glenbrook.
I heard they put a huge bounty on the prince's head. We can make a killing if we catch him.
I always dreamed of kidnapping royalty. But the prince of a crumbling kingdom?
They'd probably kill him if we turn him over.
The reward is tempting, though.
The reward is tempting, though.
These two are absolutely going to join. You can just tell. I remember thinking that the very first time, that first battle with them too. But the fact that they're hesitant there, I mean, if Travis wasn't hesitant in you know, just not caring, you know, about Roland, you know, probably are likely going to be killed if they turned him over. You know, if he was a bad person, he wouldn't have even brought that up. They would have just done it, right? All right. Anyways, let's do this next side story here. So, with the Crown City captured, Gustadolf proceeds with his plan.
I beg you, sir, give me one more chance. I shall not fail again.
We are already taking measures against House Wolfort. A suitable pawn has showed itself before us. Though, perhaps, I should be more wary of my own family than any other. Huh? Falks is all that remains of the three high houses. I trust you know what to do, Avlora.
Lord Landroy Fox is famed for his bow arm.
He had the pluck to fire at your master during the war. Do you think you can best him?
Without a doubt.
Okay, next up here is the Castle Wolfort main story. Anna brings news to Serenoa and the others that sheds new light on their situation. Alright, what's she learning?
So, Lord Silvio has been in contact with Esfrost.
I heard he made for Whiteholm Castle not long ago. And I received identical reports from several of our spies in Tellior.
There is a reason he is known as an opportunist, in which case he has but one objective.
Securing Prince Roland to use as leverage with Esfrost.
I was also told that House Tellior has hired a man named Rufus as a bodyguard.
What do you know about this man?
He's a bounty hunter known as Hero's Bane, loyal to none but coin. That said, he's a ruthless fighter. It would be wise not to underestimate him.
To think Lord Silvio would hire such a man.
It means he is serious. We must plan accordingly.
Understood. Gather the others. We have much to discuss.
So Lord Silvio's proposal was all a ruse to ensnare me?
Unfortunately so. He has been in contact with Esfrost. But he must have surmised that simply bending the knee would not suffice, and thought to use you to curry favor with the Archduke.
Using the prince's leverage? Has he no shame? We can no longer trust anyone.
That dirty scoundrel played us for fools.
We made the best choice we could. Had we refused, he would have attacked us outright.
Indeed, there are countless soldiers lurking around the premises.
So he came prepared for a refusal. I suppose we can expect as much from the famed opportunist.
my lord, we must strike before he does.
You mean for us to cross blades with Lord Silvio?
We have the upper hand now, knowing what awaits. We must do whatever it takes to survive.
So the war has already begun.
It has. His objective is to capture Prince Roland. Once we are in his territory, he will use the surest measure to secure His Highness. In which case...
Okay, next up, looks like we've got an exploration phase here on the Teleor streets. To protect Roland, Serenoa and the others decide to play along with Silvio's scheme.
Welcome, Prince Roland. Lord Serenoa. A beautiful banquet, just as I promised. I cannot wait to share a glass of Teleor's finest wine with you.
Likewise, Lord Silvio. We cannot thank you enough for the warm reception.
Please, relax, Your Highness. As Lord of House Teleor, I promise to protect you to my last breath. Thank you. You must be exhausted. Why not have a glass of wine? I am sure you will find it to your liking.
Ah, like nectar from the heavens. I should have expected no less of Teleor.
Please drink your fill. I insist, everyone.
I shall.
I have never tasted anything quite so delicious.
In honor of the fallen.
Cheers to the glory of the High Houses!
We mustn't let our guard down. I should take the chance to learn the lay of the land. Alright, let's do that. Occasions for celebrations are few and far between in times like these. I hope you are able to enjoy the banquet, if even only for a moment. Lord Silvio still believes we have fallen into his trap. I suggest taking the opportunity to prepare for the inevitable battle ahead, drink in hand, of course. I mean, I feel like knowing, all the games and plots that involve poisoning, we probably shouldn't be drinking. Obtained iron ×3. Alright, here's a table. It's got invigorating spice. Let's see here. Let's head down to this house here. And we got some items in the back here. So more invigorating spice. I still have yet to use. I haven't really been using items much. It is truly a beautiful banquet. One I would have enjoyed were it not a trap. I am fine, I assure you. It is only my third glass. Won't you have another, Lord Serenoa? Convincing, no? Yeah, that was. I had heard that the Teleor domain was famous for its grapes, but their wine is far sweeter than I ever imagined. Lord Silvio is truly a generous man for sharing the bounty of his land with us. It seems the people are unaware of Lord Silvio's plan. Indeed. This wine is something incredible. You can tell the grapes got all the sunshine they needed to grow up strong and sweet. You know, they say a life without Teleor wine is a life half lived. They're downright fools to spoil such good drink for their stupid scheme. Oh, jeez. It may seem in poor taste to refuse wine on such an occasion, but a hawk rider must be ready to take flight at a moment's notice. For House Telior to have devised such an underhanded plot means they have also fallen on hard times. I grew up around Lake Telior. Looking at it always has a way of setting me at ease. Oh, look at this. We can just run around inside the lake a little bit there. Fun. Alright. Okay. Marvels of Norzelia Volume 5 to notes. And 1,100 coin. Let's check this. Is that going to be notes? Yeah. Alright, up the Norzelia River near the Glenbrook as Frost border, you will find the Telior Reservoir, a lake of fresh mountain water made from damming up that section of the river. Construction took several long decades, hundreds of workers, and thousands of backbreaking hours of labor, but it was well worth it, for the dam now protects the crown city from floods and stores enough clean water to last the kingdom for years to come. That picture looks amazing. Like the... Man, what a... That is a beautiful landscape. Jeez. Grape orchards have also sprung up on the slopes surrounding the reservoir, producing wine that is so famous I need hardly elaborate. Sipping a glass of that wine on a warm summer's eve whilst gazing upon the luminescence of Telior's famed street lamps reflected in the reservoir's still surface, nothing in the realm quite compares to such a pleasure. Yeah, I could kind of see that. Okay, let's see here. Let's head over this way. Ah, so you're Lord Serenoa of Wolfort. You, hold your liquor very well, sir. Why don't we toast to, House Telior's success? Why don't we not? Lake Telior is the kingdom's water supply, and the dam around it protects Glenbrook from floods. Wow. Strategically speaking, they've got one up on us. If something happens to the dam, it is the job of House Telior to watch over the lake and monitor its water levels. We cannot neglect our duties, even in the midst of a banquet. Well, I don't know about that. That seems a little... The water looks like it's shining. Yeah, well... Alright, let's head down this way. Oh, no, can't go down this way. Nothing hidden back here. This lake lies within our domain, but it enriches the lives of everyone in Glenbrook. As such, it is my honor to defend it. Oh, ranged ice stone. Alright, that looks like that is it. Alright, back up. Back up top. I'm going to save the conviction choices. Did I already go in here? Yes. I'm going to save the conviction choices until the end. Lord Sylvia doesn't look it, but he always yearned to make a name for himself on the battlefield. He'd do anything to hear the people sing his praises, like they did House Wolfort's during the Salt Iron War. Okay, well, I mean, if that was the case, then he actually needs to go to battle, but it doesn't seem like he wants to do that. I heard that the sweet grapes are for eating and the sour ones are for wine, but why would anyone want to drink sour grapes? Blech. Added salt and fish to notes. You'd find none prouder to be a soldier of Telior than my husband, but he cannot seem to muster a smile tonight of all nights. I prepared him some warm ginger wine. Hopefully it will raise his spirits. Okay. Oh, look at this guy. Rufus. The wine here ain't bad, which is more than I can say for the rest of this place. Okay. So the rest of the place is bad. Alright, here's 500 coins and added Marvels of Norzelia Volume 6 to notes. Let's take a look at these notes. Alright, at the top of a steep mountain path loom the two towers and a giant gate that give this as Frosty's stronghold its name, Twins Gate. Situated on the border with Glenbrook, it defends the only passage into the Grand Duchy. For generations, command of Twins Gate has been entrusted to an army general until recently, when Minister Svarog Esfrost was inexplicably given the role. For a giant gate made of iron, it can be opened or shut with surprising speed. I'm not sure what the exact mechanism that enabled this swiftness, as it is a heavily guarded military secret, but according to an Esfrosti soldier with whom I struck up a friendship, they've somehow harnessed the power of the subterranean source of the Norzelia River. Everyone always talks about weaponry when it comes to Esfrosti ironworking, but perhaps attention ought to be paid instead to the mastery of craft that allowed the duchy to construct such an incredible, precise device so deep in the mountains. Yeah, I'll say so. That's pretty cool. Oh, and here's a cat. So definitely going to want to speak with that. We'll add that to the list of kitties that we've come across. Alright, I think that is it. Yep, that is it for all of the items. So let's talk to the conviction, or let's do these conviction choices. There we go. I can scarcely imagine what you must be feeling right now, Lord Serenoa. The joyous days between you and your betrothed were cut short by the invasion. Lady Frederica must be suffering as well, but together, Teleor and Wolford can set things right. Yeah, this guy doesn't seem like he's in on the scheme. It appears he doesn't yet know about Lord Silvio's plot. Thank you. We must do everything in our power to protect those dear to us. Ha ha ha. Wish I had someone dear to me like you do, my lord. Alas, I am yet a bachelor. I pray that I someday find a woman like Lady Frederica to call my own. Okay. So I'm going with Liberty again on this choice. The top option is Morality, middle is Utility, and the bottom is going to be the Liberty choice. So some say marriage is a beginning and others an end. What say you? I think marriage is a powerful bond between two people, one that makes them both stronger. The invasion showed me just how easily a nation could fall apart and left me feeling empty inside. But if I had a family to protect, I believe I could find the will to keep on fighting. I cannot deny that I feel the same. I would do anything to protect House Wolford. I have a feeling you might say that. Oh, it makes me want a family more than ever now. Oh, poor fella. Alright, let's see who's up next here. This is Anna. Alright, so to think a day would come where one of the houses turned against another, and under the guise of an alliance, no less. I never thought such a thing possible. What are your thoughts on the matter, my lord? Alright, so let's see here. Top option is Utility, middle is Morality, and bottom option is Liberty, which again, I'm going with the Liberty choice this time. So this is the path House Teleor has chosen to walk. Likewise, we must continue down the one we have chosen. Aye, such is the way of House Wolford. Thank you for reminding me, Lord Serenoa. Whatever lies ahead, know that I will serve you with the conviction befitting our house. Thank you, Anna. Those are heartening words indeed. Okay, let's see here. I want to make sure that I got everything. I'm pretty sure I did. It doesn't look like there's any information here, which seems a little weird. Yeah, there isn't. Okay. Yeah, I suppose maybe it's because this one isn't it's not an exploration phase done before a vote, which it always seems like the ones that are done before a vote have information that's obtained. Let's see here. All right, let's that's going to be it for this. So let's conclude the exploration. I should return lest Lord Silvio gets suspicious. Teleor's wine is truly superb, but I think you have had more than your fill, Roland. Hardly I could have another glass or four. Hey, you have no idea how pleased I am to see you enjoying our domain's wines. But you must be exhausted. Perhaps it is time you retire for the night. I think we shall do just that. This way, Roland. Hours after the banquet.
Prince Roland, are you sure you're not drunk?
Hardly. It was all an act. Convincing, no?
We cannot let our guard down. The real battle begins now.
But of course, I expect they will be here soon.
Alright. Battle phase is next. Alright, so it looks like I've unlocked 2 more character stories. How much time do I have here? Oh, I'm pretty much out, but I'm gonna do these because I want to sneak these into this battle, or into this video. Alright, so Sarah Noah and company encounter a girl in a desolate rocky area who tells them she was once part of a circus troupe. Excellent. Oh, she's adorable.
Hey, what's a child like you doing in such a lonely place?
I have nowhere else to go.
Where are your parents?
They died years ago.
My lord.
My name is Sarah Noah. What's yours?
Piccoletta.
Piccoletta? You throw that ball with such skill.
Because it's my job. When I throw this ball, everyone applauds. Well, they used to. But the circus is gone now, so I'm all on my own. What are you doing here, mister?
We are trying to put an end to this war.
I hate war. War made everyone go away. You're really gonna end the war? Then let me go with you. I can throw my ball and help you fight the bad people. Oops. There goes my tummy grumbling again.
My lord, we cannot simply leave this poor child here.
I know. All right then, Piccoletta. Come with us. But before we go fight the bad people, let us fill our bellies. After that, perhaps you could show us some tricks with your ball.
Sure thing. That's what I'm best at.
Alright, Piccoletta joined our forces. Gee, excuse me. Alright, Piccoletta's aptitudes in battle. An expert in offensive items increases the range of offensive items and can summon a decoy of herself. Okay, well, that doesn't strike me as someone that I'm probably going to be using that much, but we will see. Alright, next up, let's see here. In the halls of Hyzan's Ministry of Medicine, a young apothecary worries for the fate of her patients.
It's an emergency. We have 2 patients. Both with extraordinary fevers. The Rosellan is unresponsive.
Well, I can't tend to both unless you can give me 2 more pairs of arms.
Let me help. I've just completed my training, and I'll do whatever it takes to save them.
Are there no real doctors left? Fine. Come. We're losing precious time.
Leave the Rosellan. We must prioritize the believer.
As you wish.
But the Rosellan will die unless we do something.
Do they not teach the order of things in school these days?
So what if they do? What does the order of things have to do with saving lives?
Not all lives are weighted the same. You would do well to remember that.
Quickly, Medina, these people are dying as we bicker.
I couldn't save him. Orders or not, I was the one following them. It's all my fault.
Where are you going? Medina!
I beg your pardon, Lord Serenoa, but a doctor from the Ministry requests an audience with...
My name is Medina. I've heard much about your house and simply had to see it for myself.
What insolence is this? Stand down. Pray tell, what brings you before me?
It is said House Wolfert possesses a relic known as the Scales of Conviction. Is this true?
It is. We turn to the scales for guidance in times of trouble.
Then, I wonder if they might guide me forward as well. I had a crisis of confidence. A man was counting on me to save his life, and I let him die. I cannot let this happen again. I wish to save all the lives I can, regardless of country or creed. Pray grant me the chance to consult the scales, that I might walk the righteous path.
The scales are merely a tool to an end. They are not a magical window into the future. When decisions must be made, all in this house have a say. We choose as best we're able and strive to ensure we chose wisely.
You mean you strive not to regret your decision?
That is all one can do. Forgive me if this is not the answer you sought.
Then, would House Wolfert accept my aid if I offered it, my lord?
If you would serve as a physician, that would be a boon. For we fear the war is far from over.
I would be honored, my lord. I would see what I could do to rewrite the order of things.
And let us walk the path together.
I am at your service, my lord.
Alright, Medina joined your forces. Let's see here. We'll take a look at their abilities here in a second. An expert in healing items increases the potency of healing items and can use items twice in the same turn. That's actually pretty cool. All right, let's go to the encampment here. I want to take a look at the new units. Actually, probably should chat with them too. So here's Narv. Lord Serenoa, I cannot thank you enough for letting me join your house after all that shouting I did. I was able to talk to a lot of different people here, and it made me realize that none of them have ever heard of my grandfather's name. That's why I have to work harder than I ever have before. Then everyone in Norzelia will have to acknowledge his name. As the last disciple of the Archmage Grandant, I swear it. Alright, and then here is Medina. Lord Serenoa, I can supply your forces with any medicines they may need. Just say the word and it shall be yours. Your soldiers shall know no pain while I'm around. Alright, and then here is Piccoletta. Lord Serenoa, listen to this. I was throwing my ball the other day and everyone started clapping. I love it here. I'll do my best to put a smile on everyone's face. Alright, let's actually check the roster. So, I already looked at Narv. Let's take a look at Medina. Let's see here, details. HP Physics. So this is just a passive. Increase the effect of health recovery items. Double items. Wow, that's a really expensive TP cost, though. Use 2 items in quick succession. Alright. And then Long Toss. Increases targetable range by 3 when using an item on an ally. Yeah, that's cool. So very much like a chemist from Final Fantasy Tactics. Poison Pellet. I have no idea what that is. Fast acting medication. Yeah, I'm not sure what these other ones are. Let's see her stats. So... Strength 12, physical defense 12, that doesn't sound good. Speed is okay, 26 is a little bit faster than some of the recent units that I've got. Her jump skill is actually really, really high. She's got like above average jump, actually above average movement it looks like too, yeah. Yeah, she's almost, yeah, that's very similar to Roland, actually. She can jump higher, though. Luck 10, meh. Evasion seems pretty low. Well, okay, so at least she's got speed going for her. I'll give her that. Alright, so let's check Piccoletta here. Speed 26, so she's pretty quick, too. Her evasion's really high. Jump 3, movement 5. Yeah, actually same as Medina, or Medina, whatever. Strength is pretty low. Physical defense is extremely low, too. Magic attack 14, magic defense 15, luck 13, accuracy 14. Yeah, her evasions are really high. She might have... Yeah, she's pretty close to Anna. Man, she's fast. Jesus. Yeah, let's see. Alright, so item launcher passive increases targetable range by 2 when using an item on an enemy. Decoy, summon a clone on a selected square. Clones previously summoned with this ability will disappear. Okay, so she's gonna have a clone out. That seems cool. Increased damage dealt by items used on enemies. Okay, so this is, she's very much like Medina, or Medina. I think it's Medina, right? Medina, except, you know, more of a offense oriented. Let's check the item upgrades for these characters. I already checked. Yeah, I checked Narv. Let's check Medina here. Okay, so physical defense and speed. That's a, you know, those are pretty good. Potency stuff. I don't know what this is going to be. Maybe movement or something. That's probably a movement for her. Rank 2. Yeah, she needs a silver, which I actually have one of those. Let's see here. And then Piccoletta here. Potency, HP increase. Increases damage dealt by ball toss. What was ball toss? I don't remember even seeing that. Oh, because she doesn't have it yet. Man, that's... I really question how they decided to do some of their like weapon upgrades and stuff. Like that seems like that should be a weapon rank too, because she doesn't have access to that until level 15. But okay, so she's got accuracy increase and then evasion. Yeah, so that'll even, so very, very similar to Anna in that she's really fast and very evasive, which makes me question then why she has a decoy if yeah, then she's got what is probably movement or jump, and then another accuracy increase. This is probably a speed increase. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not feeling really wild about these recent recruits, especially the ones that like Piccoletta and Medina, because they're like focused more around items. Like what's the advantage of that over, you know, Gila? You know, Gila can, you know, single target heal, group heal, and not use up items in order to do so. So that just seems like that makes Medina pretty terrible, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. That's my thoughts, anyways, on these new characters. Let's actually check the sundries as well here. Let's see if there's anything new. Nope, looking like everything is still the same. Yep, nothing new there. But there's probably, is there going to be any new battles? Yes, a battle under 3 flags. It looks like there's going to be a timber as a reward. Didn't we already have? Yeah, there's another timber there. Well, I was thinking that there was going to be, you know, the next tier items as a reward, but that seems to not be the case. It seems to be a basic. But anyways, I'm out of time for this one. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and thank you for watching.